agent. I represent this person. So when I went in and did this act, I'm not me. I'm not the one getting rejected. I'm representing this performer. So if he gets rejected, oh, your agent got rejected. So I would, in my mind, think to myself, I'm representing as O's, the performer O's. I know it sounds crazy, but the way that I would avoid caring if I walked up to a table or I walked up to a gig where I didn't get it, is I just think they don't dislike me. They disliked me performing. And so it wouldn't shatter me. I could go to you. You said, no, go to them. I have no problem with it. I have absolutely no problem. Versus other parts of life, if I got rejected, it was very hurtful. So I think that takes some sort of mental trick to fool yourself.
Yeah, but then now there's the flip side. Now that you do so well, you get praise. So now rejection would be a little bit harder to take on now because you've gotten so much praise that it's like it almost spoils you. You get jaded.
That praise is meaningless. It's like if you're in a room with 500 people you're performing for and 499 loved you and one person in the front didn't like your show and wasn't even clapping, all you think about is like, what was it with them? Why them? And so if you can just focus on how to improve every time and a constant level of how to get better, what can I do with my act? I mean, even from a year ago, 2 years ago, I always see improvements. And I'm hoping that if someday I go back to being a mentalist post-COVID, that I will, we're in a post-apocalyptic world. I have no skills. I'm like the court jester and clown. I need something new. I need to learn how to plant seeds and farm and till the land, maybe.
Now that you're not performing, do you feel like a little bit nervous? Like, hi, Lisa. Do you feel a little bit nervous now?
My wife is calling me that dinner's ready. So we're going to wrap up in 2 minutes.
Okay. So do you ever feel like, now that you're not performing, like as a comedian, I feel like, oh my God, I'm so rusty. I forgot how.
I think I'm rusty. I think that it's also, I only do well. Wow. Thanks, Messiah. I do. I try to get media. That's, I can do an hour lecture on just how to try to get on TV and in the press. But
I tried to be Moses' agent, but he has one already.
Yeah. Vicky was like 20%. I'm like, I'll give you 5%. I think that when you need something, two things help. When you have to be hungry. So hungry being, you're probably going to do better as you come up than you will once you establish some success, because then you're not hungry. Then you can rest on your laurels. I think the initial part, you missed it. I did a trick earlier. Someone's asking, do some mental magic. I watch it again. I read her mind earlier. I swear to you, I did.
Yeah, you did. And you could do it too. I think, Oz, you could share this story too. I'm almost positive, but I know that I could share it.
Well, no, I just think that as you get better, you need some sort of thing to drive you. So for me, anytime somebody says, oh, come be on this TV show, I'll say yes before I even know what they want. And if they say, well, we have 2 minutes and you got to do this and with this person, that person, I'm just going to say yes, and I'm going to find a way to do it. So you should always push yourself into a zone where you're not comfortable, and that forces you to come up with a solution. And that's for anything. I don't care what you do. And that's the same thing as pivoting. We're going to need to change. The world is changing. The world in a year, even if COVID is done, is going to be very different.
Yeah, between Me Too and Three's a Crowd, this whole world's going to change. Hypochondriac's going to be nuts. And I have to tell you, when I start a joke, like it's about the relevant thing that's happening right now. Like I want to be the first one to make a meme so that I have a date on it and my name is on it. Even if it sucks, at least I thought of something. But I do work on it really quickly. You know how I go over it with you sometimes? I'm like, how can I make this better? Like what's wrong with this? And you're right. I need like a word specialist to help me sometimes.
I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. Comedy's tough. Comedy's very tough. I envy and also admire.
You could totally do it.
Maybe one day. All right, we got to wrap it up. Any last questions? I got to go eat.
Tell everybody what you're gonna. Yeah, you need to eat again. Tell everybody when that book is gonna come out. At least predict that.
My book?
Yeah.
I need to start writing it. You know what? I heard a thing from Judd Apatow where he talks about writer's block, and he just sits down and he starts writing anything. So it doesn't matter what. Anything that comes into mind is just start typing. I'm having a salad, just a salad with actually a healthy salad tonight is the plan. I'm trying to eat healthy tonight. But sit down and be like, it's cold. I'm so sick of being inside, or just anything stream of consciousness. And then it'll start fleshing out more ideas. Same thing when I go out for a run and I have to do something special in my show. Like I have a repeat client that's booked me before, and they're bringing me back 3 months later, and I go, oh my God, why do they even want to see me again? And I'm like, I got to come up with a new act. Everything is just spinning it. There's no joke you'll ever tell that's new. Everyone's told every joke. What you have to do is find a new spin, something different, something unique. How do you package it? How do you instill your own personality in it? So for mentalism, all I care about, because mentalism it's super simple. Just reveal something you can't know. No, I'm saying if you talk about it, there's not a lot of jokes. There's not a lot of bits. Magic has tremendous like a versatility and different concepts. Mentalism is show something that someone is thinking of, or how they behave, or what they're going to do, or bend metal. There's only like 6 or 7 things you can do. So you have to create new packaging. If somebody could take bottled water and put it in a package that says Fiji and become a billionaire, I can do better at mentalism. Like, you have to find a way to be unique and different.
Well, like the time where you guess someone what they're thinking, and then you like open your shirt up and you have it on your T-shirt, or you have like something in their cell phone, and it keeps evolving. It's the same type of
something that's unexpected. Unexpected is great. People want to be surprised. Always find out a way.
Where could people find you? This was an amazing interview. I hope we do this again, Oz. I hope this is not the only time we do this.
Best business book I've ever read. Best business book I've ever read is a classic. It's old, but people forget about how great it is. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Yes. Every single time I reread that book, I find 1 or 2 things that are just gold, just absolute gold.
My father gave me money to read that, and he gave me the signed copy. So yeah, that's a winner book.
Such a great book. So much useful information. Just all the world has to do with soft social skills. I think your success is be good at what you do, be easy to work with, but the actual way to make things happen. You always wonder, like, how are people so successful? Like, if you look at people that are the biggest and the best, like a The Rock or Justin Bieber, all these different people, they're people. They're sitting inside just like you and me. They're going to eat a meal. They're going to go to bed. They're going to take a crap. They're human. What do they do differently? So it's people that have either a work ethic. They've just figured out how they're going to do stuff. And I think to a large degree, how to be relentless. And you have to have that ambition and drive. And some people aren't. I mean, I don't necessarily want to be as ambitious. Right now, I'm enjoying a little bit of time with my family.
Enjoy the downtime. And also, I want to say, you work so hard. But also, I want to say that
but I'll take it.
Your best stuff is probably going to come out of your downtime anyway. I'm an extrovert, but need downtime. And I could say this with honesty, like you're completely like naturally like gifted. So I think that it's going to come out where you're gonna just find it natural again. It's like riding a bike for you. You're going to feel like that. And also, where could people check you out? On YouTube with you running also, which is the Spartathlon
run. Running. I don't want people to know how crazy I am. When I go to a show and someone's like, "And you're happy to be known. You ran 135 miles." I'm like, "Don't tell them I'm crazy. Just let them think I'm a mentalist." I at O's the Mentalist, I have about 6 or 7 TV appearances that we just edited into great Instagram clips. I've been very lazy to put them out. I've been focusing primarily on growing a beard the last 3 weeks, not really reading minds, and surviving, not getting coronavirus. But everything's out here. Follow me, O's the Mentalist. And also youtube.com/O's the Mentalist. I'm going to put a bunch of videos out in the next week.
But also, you're very good at studying like human behavior, which is also amazing for Win Friends and Influence People. Like, that's another behavior that you need to master. And you've mastered it. That's why people like you.
I'll take it. I try. All right, Vicki, thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
Be well, be safe, everybody. That's the most important right now. We'll all get through this.
Your best prediction yet was that you said I was going to be on Netflix, so thank you. I don't know what for.
21-day fast with Victoria Bernstein.
Tiger Queen. I don't know. Okay.
Tiger Queen. Tiger Queen. End on that note.
Bye. Okay, guys, that was O's the Mentalist, O's Pearlman. I don't know how else to say this, but I'm a big fan, and I'm also his friend. So why don't you guys look him up at on YouTube? He is a crazy, crazy runner and one of the fastest runners that I know. And he's very humble, and he's super talented in so many areas. And that guy could gobble up a book in 2 minutes. Anyway, so if you can't read books like he can, don't feel badly. You're not crazy. He is. But yeah, you could read Who's Mine? Mine? Okay, go. What am I thinking? I'm thinking, what am I thinking? Because I have no idea what I'm thinking. Right now, I just went blank. But so somebody else requested to be on this. Anyway, okay, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And it's going to be on my stories for 24 hours.